Sometime 2012, 2013, a mate of mine at ANU, Rob Marnie, I've known Rob for a long, long time. Rob's a mathematician. He plays in robots and vision. So we got many common interests, many common friends actually. And so he had heard that there was an upcoming round for Centres of Excellence to be funded in Australia, and this round comes up every 3 years. So Rob told me about it and said maybe we should put in an application, a proposal for a Centre of Excellence. So we talked around what should it be about, what's different, and so we thought about robotic vision. How do you get robots to see? It was an interest for both of us for a very long time. And so it seemed like a good idea, but to get a Centre of Excellence, you need to have a lot of high caliber researchers. It can't just be Rob and me, that wouldn't work. And so a couple of things that had changed lately in the Australian landscape. So one is Ian Reid, who's an Aussie who'd spent a long, long time at Oxford, had chosen to come back to Australia somewhat recently at that point, and he landed up at the University of Adelaide. Tom Drummond, a very well-known computer vision person, had rocked up at Monash University after a good career at Cambridge. And Tom's English, but he'd spent time in Australia previously, did his PhD in Australia, went back to Cambridge, and then came back at Monash. And so that looked like a pretty strong team. And so we got together and talked around the idea. Everyone was enthusiastic. So we spent a lot of time writing the proposal, two-stage proposal process, a short one, which goes in, and we got through that hurdle. So then we were up for the long proposal, which was then an incredible amount of work to get that over the line. Gordon Wyeth helped an awful lot with pulling this together. We had to go to an interview at the ARC headquarters in Canberra, and we found out in December of 2013 that we had been successful. It was fabulous. The $20 million grant, time you count the funding tipped in by the universities, we had about $26 million to spend, and certainty for 7 years. So it's a really very nice kind of grant to win. And that really helped get us established. With that amount of funding, we could hire excellent postdoctoral research fellows and a huge cohort of PhD students. We were able to recruit really smart people from all around the world who came and contributed to the research agenda. The centre started at the beginning of 2014. I was the director, and one of the first jobs was to appoint a chief operating officer, and we were very fortunate to recruit Sue Kay into that role, and she was very formative in standing the centre up, putting in place all sorts of processes and procedures, helping us to clarify our thoughts, help to clarify the messages that we sent, and generally sort of portray ourselves to the outside world, which is an important thing for a research centre. Yes, you have to do the research, but you also have to be able to articulate it and communicate it to all of the stakeholders, which is, taxpayers, general public, industry, government, and the universities.